afternoon, and I'm in my office hoping my boss would let me take the rest of the day off. I need to be at the home getting all the things ready for tomorrow's fundraiser. Nina's taking half of the day off too and would be there around now. I walk into my boss's cabin, fingers crossed. He looks at me and smiles a little. You're here to take the rest of the day off, aren't you? See, that's why you're the boss. You're so intelligent, Kadir, I say. Oh, don't you try sweet talking me, he warns me off. No, Kadir, seriously, you're too good. His eyebrows crease. Uh huh, I nod. I really will make it up to you. I promise. I'll even work extra hours. He sighs. Emily, it's okay. I'm letting you go only because we don't have much work now. Else, don't even think about it. I nod. Thank you. And hey, don't forget to stop by tomorrow. I'll try my best. He smiles and I leave the cabin. On Saturday morning, we are almost ready with the decorations and stuff. Most of the items are already set for display and only a few are left to be arranged. With that, we'll be all set for the exhibition. The kids are too excited while Nina and I, on the other hand, are too nervous. We need this to be a success and pray and hope to God for it to be one. Around 5:30 pm, people start coming in. Nina's friends from school and college, my friends from school and college, and other volunteers, acquaintances, and so on. The crowd isn't much, but it isn't too less either. Everyone appreciated the amazing works of the kids, and the kids' face beamed with happiness and contentment. A few of the things got sold too, but only very few. Nina and I exchanged looks quite a few times. I could say from her looks that she was as disappointed as I was when each of them left the place either buying nothing or buying a very few. Not many donated. This is not helping him, Nina says as we stand across the room watching the visitors leave. It is almost 8 p.m. and we hadn't made much money. I know, Nina. This thing is a flop. Now I have no idea what to do, I say worried. My boss Kadir walks in. He flashes a broad smile at me and at Nina. I accidentally catch Nina blushing at him. Ahem, I say, and she avoids eye contact with me. Kadir walks over to see the items on display. You might want to explain the handworks to him? I tease Nina. What? Ugh, no. Oh, Nina, go on. Talk to him. I'm a little busy. Attend him. Will you? For me? You're busy doing what? Hmm, watching you drool over him? I shrug. She nudges me and smiles shyly. She walks over to him and talks God knows what. I walk outside the room and stand in the corridor. The crowd has reduced relatively. There are probably 10 people or so inside the room. A car pulls over and I see it is an Audi, a white Audi. Knowing who it is, I feel my feet go numb. Josh Evans steps out of the car and the numbness of my feet slowly rises up to my leg. He's not alone, I notice. On a closer look, I identify the others with him. The director Karthik and two others from the sets we saw the other day. They advance towards me and I'm not able to move. How can I? My whole body is frozen now. Hey, Josh smiles at me. I'm still staring. I thought I'll bring these fellas with me. Do you mind? He asks, and only then do I realize that I'm standing in the way to the hall. I force my feet to move, leaving them space to go in. I am still kind of paralyzed. I take a minute to pull myself together and walk in. Inside, I could see varieties of expressions. Nina and Kadir are shocked. Sister Maria is happy and goes on to talk to Josh, who in turn introduces his fellas to her. The kids are excited. and the other people have mixed emotions like awe, shock, etc. They whisper among themselves, pointing to Josh and fellas, presumably wondering what they were doing here, and I chuckle to myself. The other volunteers seem excited too. I lean against a wall across the room, watching Josh and the others look at the kids' work with amazement. He seems genuinely amazed and interested as he spoke to each of the kids. The kids, on the other hand, got pretty hyper and explained a hell load of stuff to him. Best and surprising part was he listened. Nina looked at me and I shrugged sheepishly. After several minutes of going over the displayed items, Josh walks over to me and I feel my heart race. Is he going to say something about the way I spoke to him the last time? Tell me it's because of how I acted that he's not choosing to donate? He smiles and I say, "Hi. Pretty talented kids," he says. I nod stupidly. Talk and talk, I say to myself. Convince him to make a donation for we really need it. It's a shame to not help them, he says. Yeah, so please do, I think, but don't say. I simply nod. But you've asked me not to. You said you and your kids don't need help from me and that you'd find an angel, which I'm not. So, good luck with that. What a pig, I wonder. What? He asks, and only then do I realize that I had wondered aloud. I said, "What a pig." He shrugs. That I am, and smiles. How dare he? I wonder how you being brought up by such nice people are like this. What do you mean brought up by these people? FYI, my parents are very much alive. They're not here and I volunteer here to help. I snap. Ah, now my doubt's clear. These nice people didn't bring you up. Cool. He smirks. What the hell? Before I could curse more, he leaves, followed by his fellas. Meena comes to stand next to me, watching them leave. Kadar made a contribution of 20,000 rupees, she says. Oh wow! Let me thank him. Be right back, I say and walk over to Kadar. Hey Kadar, thank you so much for being here and above all for donating. Ah, they deserve more, he says with a smile. Kadar is more a friend than a boss. I've been in this company for around 2 months and we got close quite easily. He is such a sweetheart to work with, to work under, in fact. He treats all his employees like friends and he's the most understanding boss one can get. I love you, do you know that? I say. Every girl does, he says with a wink. Dream on, Kadir, I wink back. Anyway, thank you once again, he nods. And I hope Meena was helpful, I tease and he smiles. She sure was. I'll get going now, Emily. See you in the office on Monday. Bye. Bye, Kadir. He walks towards the door and stops at the door. Emily? Yeah? I love you too, he says and I smile. But that doesn't mean I'll grant you any more leave. Got it? Got it, boss. Good. And he leaves. Did I hear him say I love you to you? Nina asks from over my shoulders, and I turn to look at a kind of furious face. Yeah, I grin and wiggle my brows. Why? Because I told him I loved him a few seconds earlier. This was his reply, I said. I could see her cheeks turn red. Oh, Nina, come on. Chill. I was kidding. I love him like a boss, like a friend. Don't worry, we're just good friends. I wink. She slowly nods and I laugh. Emily, Nina, we hear Sister Maria call and we walk to her. Yeah, I say. Guess what the silly people did? I know they didn't donate a penny and left. They're a bunch of pigs. I kept telling you and you kept denying. Now see for yourself. Nina, don't bother to talk for them again. I blurt in anger. Emily, will you let me speak for a second? Sister Maria says, and I shut my mouth. Those people are nothing like how he told they were. I scoff at that, but she continues ignoring me. They donated a lakh to our home. My jaw drops. I stare at her in disbelief. What are you saying? Nina asks. Yes, the four of them together donated a lakh towards our kids' benefit. A lakh as in 1 lakh rupees? Nina asks, making Sister Maria giggle. Josh told me, he told me he's not giving anything. Trust me. Emily, I don't know what he told you, but he has given the biggest share. No way! I heard them talk, so I am sure. Sister Maria says, I should thank you both for coming up with such great ideas and for also getting acquainted with famous people. You both did a great job. She leaves. I stand there not moving. How is it possible? And why did he say that to me? I didn't understand anything that has happened. After all your rudeness to him, he has still been a gentleman. Nina, why did he lie to me then? I don't know, maybe he was playing around. Don't tell me you again yelled at him. I stare at her, guilt written all over my face. Oh, you didn't do the right thing. Tell me about it, I say and walk out of the room. Wait, she calls from behind. Nina, I need some time alone. I'll see you later. Bye. Good night. On Wednesday, I am home watching TV. As I surf through the channels, I see Josh's song playing on the channel. I freeze. I watch the song. He is so handsome. He always has been. That's why I was crazy of him. Had I seen this 2 weeks back, I would have drooled over him. But now everything has changed. I have met with one of my most favorite actors and have somehow started hating him. But that wasn't it. I had misunderstood him, yelled at him for something he didn't do, and now I hate how I behaved. The past 4 days, I have tried to block the memory, but now seeing him on the screen, it's all rushing back. If only I got a chance to apologize and maybe also thank him. Pushing all the thoughts away, I grab some bread and butter from the kitchen for dinner. I settle down on the couch and start eating when my phone rings. It's Sister Maria. Hello, Sister Maria, I say. Emily, hi, how are you? Good, how are you and others? We're all good. Haven't heard from you lately? I was wondering how you were doing. Just a little caught up with work. Since I took too many days off, I'm working extra hours. We'll come by soon, I promise. So, what's up, sister? Nothing much, she pauses. Hey, Josh Evans came by this morning. I dropped the bread I was holding. He did? Yeah. Said he passed by our home and thought of stopping by. Oh, that's it. Wait, that's all? He didn't say anything else? What else does he have to say? Nothing. Well, he might have asked about you, she adds. What? What did he say? I could hear the excitement in my voice. He asked if you were around. Why did he ask for me? I don't know. Ask him yourself, she says, and my insides twitch a bit. How? On Saturday. He said he'll come by on Saturday. Now my heart is jumping for joy. My heart, my soul, everything. Okay, I say, hiding whatever I'm feeling. Okay, and good night. See you soon. Good night, sister.